Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Stephen Breach coming to you here today. I've been sitting here thinking about the WWE Hall of Fame a lot today. I know that I made that video about Vader the other day, about him possibly going into the WWE Hall of Fame at Wrestlemania 35 just the other day. And then I also was thinking, I've, in the past that I wanted to make a top 5, top 10, personalities that should be in the WWE Hall of Fame. That's something that I honestly probably need to sit down tonight and look at. Each and every year, when the WWE Hall of Fame names are coming out, it's always sort of a wild card grab over who the celebrity that they're going to induct into the WWE Hall of Fame. In the past few years, we've seen Mr. T go in at WrestleMania 30, which I thought honestly was a really good celebrity that deserved to be in the WWE Hall of Fame for what he did at WrestleMania 1 and 2. And then from there, we've had Snoop Dogg, we've had Arnold Schwarzenegger. There's been a long list of celebrities that have gone in that just don't really mean anything. I mean, when Snoop Dogg went in, he's never even wrestled a match for WWE. He's just done some sort of he came out with Hulk Hogan on the way to WrestleMania 30 one week. I think he was the guest host. He did a backstage skit at WrestleMania 27 with Hornswoggle, I'm pretty sure. That to me, honestly, was kind of a joke. Last year was Kid Rock. He did, the American Badass theme and gave a whole bunch of songs for them to use for WWE pay-per-views. But, nothing really in the ring to really get it over. And plus, to me, if you're going to put somebody in there for their music, why not put Limp Bizkit in? I mean, the official themes of WrestleMania 17 as well as WrestleMania 19, that's where the real deal is. And I'm honestly thinking that, somebody that should go into the Hall of Fame this year that, has some, mainstream buzz to them would honestly be Snooki. Snooki, of course, riding the success of the Jersey Shore comeback to MTV, Jersey Shore Vacation. They're finishing up the season that they're on now. They've already been greenlit to go to Vegas. I thought that honestly it would be really cool to see them go to Vegas and be put up in the Palms in their Real World suite that I believe they used back in, I want to say 2003, maybe 2004. That was a really popular year for the Real World and possibly one of the last years that I paid attention to it. But that was just me. The Real World in Vegas was really, really cool. But Snooki came to WWE. She wrestled at WrestleMania 27. It was a mixed tag. It was Snooki, Trish Stratus, and John Morrison going up against Lay Cool and Dolph Ziggler. WWE fans were kind of up in arms about celebrities coming in and taking spots on the main roster. That people, Sheamus and Daniel Bryan, got bumped from WrestleMania 27. Kofi Kingston wasn't on the card. I'm sure there was a lot of guys that if you look back, that didn't get to wrestle on that card. And I know that John Morrison was even outspoken that maybe Melina deserved the spot more than Snooki did. But Snooki came in from MTV. She had some buzz. John Cena was chasing her down on Twitter, trying to get her to come into the deal. I'm sure that when you look over, the Jersey Shore's success off of that show, spinning off into the mainstream and making money, Snooki probably made more money than anybody else did outside of working for Jersey Shore. Coming to work for Vince, I'm sort of surprised that she's never dipped her toe back into there. TNA, of course, brought in, I know Ronnie went. Angelina, the chick who got dumped on the show, the Staten Island dump, she got to come in. So, they were trying to bring people in left and right. I can't remember if Sammy came or not. I know that, they weren't able to get Mike or Pauly D, to come in and do anything. And, Snooki is, one of the top performers on that show when it comes to popularity. Snooki came in and was widely booed during her entrance, and she made her way down to the ring. And then, once she finally got into the ring, she, did a couple of flips from corner to corner, giving somebody a splash. And then, of course, came over and, flipped onto somebody in order to get the pin. And in those few seconds that she was in the ring, she completely turned that crowd to be cheering for her. It's possibly one of the quickest face turns when it comes to, somebody being booed, that we've ever seen. Possibly if Roman Reigns would go out there and do those flips like Snooki did, maybe he would get cheered after all these years. But, definitely more than likely that next season of Jersey Shore will be either getting ready to come out or already be on the air when WrestleMania season rolls around next year. Definitely Snooki is somebody who's going to be famous. They can get some mainstream popularity. I can't think of another celebrity that's out there. I honestly think people might think of this as a joke, but when it comes down to it, I think that she might be one of the best celebrities that they can bring in to put into the Hall of Fame that would make sense. Other than like putting Muhammad Ali in, even though he's passed away, or putting Lawrence Taylor in, the main eventer of a WrestleMania. But with the rape charges that were pressed against him, that might be kind of out there to see. But we'll see what happens. Snooki, WrestleMania 35 is a long way away, so we'll see what happens in the future. Peace out, everybody.